Lord, turn me up.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Married Bunch podcast. My name is Crystal,
Chris,
Keonda,
William,
Brianna,
Nico,
and we are the bunch. This episode is titled Open Book with the Mccallums. In this episode, the listeners are introduced to the Mccallums, a couple who brings another perspective and dynamic to the bunch discussion as they share their story with love and openness. Y'all, let's welcome the Mccallums. Hey. Okay, y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves.
my name is Bernice, better known as Punkin.
My name's Charles.
Okay. All right, so how long have y'all been married?
16 months now.
Okay. I'm about to say you better know.
All right, so tell us, well, first let me say this. I know Punkin from Wait Tech. We had a class together, and then we went to Millamont together. So we used to see each other in the hall and speak, so that's how I know her.
Okay.
Anybody else know them in any way?
I mean, around the way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We are from the same area.
Bookie, go ahead. Yeah.
Say we some kin folks.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got some kin folks.
Yeah.
All right, so just tell us a little bit about how y'all met.
You want to start or you want me to tell? So he hopped in my DM on Snapchat back in the day. Okay. We ain't gonna tell how he first entered my Snapchat. Listen. So earlier 2018, he entered my Snapchat and was like, is your cousin single? I was like, man, I don't know. Get out my DM. But after some time passed later on, he hopped in my DM to my, you play spades. I'm like, yeah, I play spades. Whip your tail on some spades. And then it just went from there.
Hold on, y'all play spades.
Honey.
Hold on now.
We'll test some heads off. Listen. We'll test some heads off.
They ain't found nobody to beat us.
Oh.
Come on now.
End this podcast right now.
Exactly.
All right, so Charles, what Punkin said, is that how y'all met?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So why you go up in her DM asking was her cousin single?
I don't know.
Oh, Lord.
I couldn't take him serious after that. For a long time, I kind of gave him the coach. I'm like, you want to holler at my cousin, but now you want to holler at me. That ain't how it worked now.
He probably was scared to ask, was you single?
Honey, listen, he should have asked.
I should start with.
But hey, look where he ended up.
I know that's right.
Right.
All right, so what is one word that describes your marriage?
For me, it's partnership.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Everything we do, he's my partner in life. So whatever I need, if I don't have, he got my back. Like we Bonnie and Clyde this thing out.
Oh, I like
That's
that.
what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say complete. I'm
Oh.
like yours. We complete each other.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
All righty. Well, who said I love you first?
I did.
He didn't hesitate. He ain't waste no time. Yeah, he hesitated.
Okay, do you remember when?
Yeah, she was on her sister bachelorette weekend, and
We was in Atlanta.
yeah.
We had been chit-chatting and just hanging out, just talking and texting and stuff for a little while. And, when we first met, I was on a spiritual cleanse, and I was, trying to get myself together. So I was not meeting nobody face to face. Like we was just texting and talking. And then he was like, I love you. I was like, I was like, girl, he said he loved
Oh, man.
we was on that girls weekend trip in Atlanta. I was like, I got him.
Look at his face.
What made you realize it when she was gone? Like,
Just her not being around, just missing her. I'm like, dang, she just do something to me. And I don't want to lose this. It was just a different feeling.
You hear that, Chris? He noticed that early on. He didn't want to lose that.
Why you throwing what a shade? Shade.
Girl, when we first met, I told him he was gonna be my husband.
Shut up.
You knew.
I knew. Yeah, I knew. I told him, I said, "You gonna be my husband? You better propose within the first year, honey." I had timelines set. I knew I was gonna be. And he did not propose in the first year, but just we'll get there. But yeah, he did not listen. But he listened. He still don't listen. He don't listen.
Yeah, that's
But
my
I did
blood.
tell him.
That's
Yep.
my blood. What I say? When I first met you, what I say?
What?
You gonna be my wife. Yeah.
Well, how did you know like he was gonna be the one?
So I'm from this tribe called Saber. And I just thought all my life I was gonna save all these niggas in the world. And I just was like, I was tired of saving people. And he came along and just leveled me out and just, just was a different person. And I always went for a different type. And I was like, I ain't going for a type this time. And so when I let my guard down, I was like, I'm gonna let, try to be submissive. I'm just not that person. But, I just let my guard down and just was like, I'm gonna be open to whatever. And then he just kind of just, he was very different from what I was used to.
Swept you off your feet, didn't
Or
you?
whatever. But yes, I definitely knew early on. I was like, okay, I gotta, shape him how I want him, but he gonna be my husband. So,
Okay.
turned out my husband.
All right.
It was either that or fear, because I told his mom if he play with me, I was gonna kill him. So I don't know if it was that or what. Yes, honey. To this day, his mom be like, "You ain't gonna kill my son, this." He play with me.
You won't scared, was you?
We can get scared right now.
All right. So during the dating process, at any point, was there any separation where y'all took a break, where it kind of got rough? Tell us about that, if so.
Yeah, honey. I broke up with him. He said I
ain't break up with you. You broke up with me.
I did. We broke up for about a week in our relationship back in 2019, I think it was. It was just a lot of stuff that, was it 2019?
2020.
Oh, 2020. See, I don't even know when we broke up. 2020. It was just to a point where I couldn't take some stuff that we were going through, and I just didn't know how to handle it. And I was just like, it's better to walk away now, and just not deal with it. And we separated for that week. We stayed in the same house. He slept on the couch. I slept in the room. We came and go and passed each other in the night, and then that one day I was just like, listen, what we doing here?
Okay.
Because if we need to figure out what you about to do, because you about to get out. And then my kids are staying. You about to get out. It's easy for me and my kids to, it's not as easy for us to get up and uproot, but it's easy for you and your one self to get up and uproot up out of here. And then we talked, shed some tears and said I love yous, and right then and there, that's when we decided to, get over that hurdle.
Okay. Okay. Charles, you got anything to say about that?
Nah, she said I'm my fool.
Okay. Okay, so during that week, what did the separation? I really wouldn't call it a separation because y'all. I'm gonna say that pause.
It was
because y'all was still in the house. What did it teach you about yourself? That pause during that time, trying to figure out if you're gonna move on or make it work.
Well, for me, it was tell me I need to get my act together before I lose something good. And just sitting back and thinking how my life would be without her. Since I met her, it's been great. So that was for me.
okay. For me, I was like, I'm about to go this whole street. Like I was like, I'm about to act down. I've been tied down, and honey, I just couldn't do it. I was like, this is not the life for me. I want my man back. I want to, be in the house. And honey, I just was like, listen. He was like sticking to it. He won't texting. He won't calling. I was looking at why you ain't responding? Like you better respond.
I was feeling the same way.
And he just wasn't, and I wasn't. We was both stubborn, and I was just like, listen, all right, now when I go home Sunday, we got to figure it out. And we figured it out.
Okay, we're good.
But honey, I wasn't meant for that life. I was like, I can't do it. That life won't for me.
Woo, okay, so we already talked about who said I love you first. What about the proposal? How was that? Well, I kind of know how it was because I follow y'all on social media. So,
But how long after that little period was it though?
Well, yeah,
Like the proposal.
The next year.
Okay.
Okay.
2021. Yeah, because we got married in 22. So yeah, the next year he proposed, honey, and I told him I was turning 35. I said, "Don't propose around my birthday." I don't propose around my birthday, and honey, to be for sure. He did it. You can't tell me you went to propose. Yes, I can. I want this. We went to Mexico. I was like, this is my birthday. It's about me. Like, I don't want to steal that spotlight because it's never about us as women and moms. You know, it's never about us. So I was like, no, I want my birthday to be about me. I had this whole setup photo shoot. I was going to go to Charlotte and everything because he had made me mad. I'm going to Charlotte to hang with my friends. And honey, I done about to take the kids, lead them in the car while I'm doing my photo shoot. Honey, he didn't call my sister like, what we gonna do? She about to go to Charlotte. She messing up the plans. So I'm like, they didn't kept it a secret. First off, I don't like secrets.
Oh,
Lord. You know I'm nosy. Honey, I'm nosy. I be in text, DMs. Listen, honey, I be like, what? And they kept that from me, honey. I was definitely surprised. So they did a great job for that.
Okay, Charles, what you have to do to prepare?
No, it wasn't much. Her sister helped me out a lot, but I already knew what I wanted to do. I incorporated the whole family, so it wasn't nothing to it but to do it.
Were you nervous?
Yes, I was shaking.
Okay.
He was so nervous he forgot to ask the question. Listen.
Oh my gosh.
When he came in and everybody was, we went to Olive Garden. He used to take me out to eat for my birthday and had all my family in there. So when my sister, after we did the photo shoot,
I mean, everybody.
yeah, there was a lot of people in there. They had Olive Garden packed out. So she's like, I'm gonna take you to lunch. I was like, girl, I'm trying to get to Charlotte. I'm still mad. I'm trying to get to Charlotte. She said, well, just let me take you to lunch. So I pull up. I'm like, ain't that my grandma's car? She was like, no, that ain't grandma's car. I was like, okay, whatever. So we get in the Olive Garden. It's like, oh, you're here for the party of 30? I was like, she was like,
oh Lord.
like, no. So we walk in and all my family there, our kids, everybody's there. And I'm like, they like, happy birthday. I'm like, oh, thank you. Y'all did this for my birthday. Thank you. So I'm collecting birthday money at this point. I'm like, my birthday money. And so my sister's like, look at the camera, look at your photos. And then they start playing music and like, look up, Punkin, look up. I'm steady looking at the camera guy come in. He got his mom, my mom, my stepdad, and his mom with shirts to say, will you marry me? And his shirt was me.
Oh.
They had a cake, a big 30 by 20 picture of us and all type of stuff, girl. Flowers and stuff. And it was nice. I cried. I was like, you're going to mess up my makeup. And yeah, he got down on one knee and was sitting there looking at me. I'm looking at him and I'm like, okay, go ask the question. Everybody like, what they saying? We just all mesmerized looking at each other. Then he finally was like, will you marry me? I was like, oh, yeah.
Well, did he say anything?
No. I guess everybody thought he was talking. Honey, he was nervous. He was nervous. I was sitting there looking like, what is you doing? Is you going to say something? He was like,
I was just holding the ring.
He was like, you know what this means.
exactly.
So what was going through your mind at that time, man? At that
I was
pause?
just blank. My mind went blank.
So you knew she was gonna say yes.
I knew she was gonna say yes.
Oh, okay.
We won't worry about that.
Okay.
I started to say no because I told him don't do it around my birthday.
Now you can't be like that.
Nah, I did because I did.
All right. So on previous episodes, we asked a couple these questions. So we're gonna ask y'all: did you deal with the fall off season? And what we mean by fall off, like, you know, once you guys got engaged, maybe even in the dating process or whatever, but once you got engaged or married, people started acting funny, acting like they didn't want to really deal with y'all no more, or maybe becoming distant. Did y'all go through that at all?
Not during the dating season, not pre-marriage. Now, after marriage, we lost a lot of friends. But not pre-marriage. Pre-marriage, everybody was cool. People probably think we wasn't gonna make it. So, you know, everybody was cordial. You know, we kicked it and hung out, and so it was just like homeboy, homegirl type at the beginning. You know, it was all so cool. But not more so, nobody wanted us to be together. My family loved him. His family loved me. So, but yeah, no, we didn't really have that. Not too much in just the dating stage, no.
Okay, just give us one.
You don't got to say any names.
Yeah, you don't have to say anything, but just give us like one example.
A good example.
After the marriage?
Yeah,
Yes,
whenever it
yeah.
happened.
Yeah, so during our wedding, we had like a lot of, I'm just not going to say people wasn't there for us like we would be there for them. So people just didn't reciprocate the love that I felt. You know what I'm saying? I had some girlfriends from one was out of state, one was out of town. And the love just was not reciprocated where I would have put the effort into them. And so some of the people that was in our marriage and our wedding, we don't even talk to anymore.
Ooh.
We don't talk to nobody actually in our wedding party except for like our siblings and one of my cousins.
Jeez.
Wow.
We just lost a lot of friends, and a lot of people feel like that we maybe was acting funny, but when you become one in a marriage and together, that outside world just has to go. And honey, he ain't about to be in these streets. that ain't where a husband belong out here in the street. It's okay to go out hang with your friends and have a good time, but every weekend or you want to kick in and drink and do all that, honey, we ain't doing that. We got goals. We want to travel. We want to do real life stuff and not be out here in these streets. I'm just saying. Now, not unless we're gonna be out here in these streets together, might be a difference, but we still ain't about to be out here in these streets.
Right.
So
Got that right.
Okay. Well, do you feel like that could have been avoided?
probably with communication, but you know, some people feel like, oh, he taking her or she taking him, and we're not. You know what I'm saying? We're not taking each other from nobody. We just was, you know, building and being one as a unit and learning how to be one as a unit. You know, as a married couple, not as like a dating couple.
Right. Because a lot of people don't understand. It's different from living together, dating, and being married. Like,
Yeah.
and it don't matter how many times you say it, they're just not gonna get it until they get married.
Right.
So it is what it is. But Charles, we gotta get you talking, baby.
Yeah, she do all the talking.
Okay, but chime in just a little bit. So let me ask you, how did it make you feel once you realized people were starting to fall off?
At first, I felt some type of way. Then only person I needed to please is my wife. So after that, I didn't really care no more.
Yeah, I feel you. Did y'all at any point ever have any conversations with those people about what was going on at that time?
Not me. What's that song? You want to leave? Go ahead and go, honey. Listen.
And ain't no coming back.
Exactly. Once you say you, and it's not even that. Like, the conversation just was not had, and it wasn't for me to say, "Hey, why you feel some type of way? Why you weren't talking to me?
Right.
I didn't do anything to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You wasn't that person for me." So I was like, I ain't reaching out to nobody.
Okay, so what if they reach out to y'all? Would you still feel the same way? Like, no, we done? Or
I mean, we can have a conversation, but it's no more of you're in our lives at this point, because you missed all the good, the important times that we would needed that reaching out, like early stages of our marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not now, honey.
Yeah.
I got some new friends. Look.
No, seriously. Like,
some new
sometimes
friends.
after that separation, like, you can be cordial with a person, but it just don't hit the same.
Yeah.
It just don't hit the same.
Yeah.
And I don't got no ill will.
No,
We don't hate nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it is what it is. If I
is
see
what
you,
it
I'm going to speak. I'm not going to not speak, but.
Oh, I ain't gonna speak.
No, I
But that's
don't
just
speak,
me.
But yeah.
Now, Charles, on the other hand, he reached out because, you know.
yeah, you know, men are different.
Yeah.
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 Especially if you've been friends for a long time. And
So you
just-
lost like a long-term friend.
Yeah, I don't associate with nobody. Nobody talks to me anymore.
So how did the conversation go? Like, did it go left, or y'all kind of just came to a common ground?
And just stop talking to me. It wasn't no conversation at all.
Wow, that's crazy.
Damn.
That's crazy.
So do you guys feel like people are jealous? Like, why do people like drop off like that?
For me, I feel like it's jealousy because we've been the same people from day one. Listen, I always been the same. I ain't changed from the day he met me. I've been the open book. I've been like, say what I want to say, Punkin do what she want to do. Like, I've been that type from day one, and I ain't changed. And I just never been that person to be like, fake. I ain't fake. Not at all. So if I got something to say, honey, you gonna know it. Whether you friends or you ain't friends, I'm gonna tell you what I feel. But I just feel like it's jealousy, to be honest with you. I feel like people just be jealous.
Yeah, people
And ain't
can't
nothing to be
handle it.
jealous.
Yeah, there's nothing to be jealous of. Just
honey, we struggling. It might not look like it.
right.
You know, we go through real life stuff too. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what about gender roles? Is it important in your relationship? How she looking at him?
I said, answer that, Mr. Charles.
I mean, to a certain extent, yeah.
Okay, so give us an example.
What's a good example?
He think I'm supposed to do everything. And he just come home and play his game.
No, I don't. I do help out. Don't be like that.
So do you cook? Do you do the dishes?
I was about to
I
say,
watch
now he
food.
cook, because I see it on social media, so he cook.
He do, but
I don't do it as much she expect me to do it, but I do it.
every now and again.
So do you cook every night?
Girl, I
used
used to. But honey, I got tired being going to work and kids and games and practices and then come home have to be a wife, honey.
When I
Yeah.
first met her, she cooked every night. Now
I used to. I did that
I
again,
can
honey.
barely get
I got him. But honey, not no more. I buy easy meals that the kids, they're older, so they can cook for themselves. And honey, who wants to come home after a 9-10 hour shift and cook? I'm not doing that.
Sound like Crystal.
Not every night now. I'm gonna give you about 3 nights out the week I might cook. But
if you give me 3 nights out of the week.
he can cook. That's why I got to be the only one cooking. Mhm. Now he step up when it needs to step up. He
Okay.
step up.
That's good.
But no, these gender roles, and I'm like, take out trash. That's what them kids for.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah.
take out the trash.
That's what the kids for. If I gotta work, it don't need for me to come home and take out the trash. Y'all sitting there playing the game. No, kids.
I mean, I feel him on that.
I
but
guess.
feel him.
I guess.
feel
But
him a
we
little
in the
bit.
house and them kids at school and you see that trash, she will wait till them kids get home and make them take that trash
Right.
out. No.
They don't do nothing else. They can take out the trash. They don't wash no dishes. They can take out the trash.
Lord Jesus. Okay, so we kind of touched on this a little bit, but before you got married, I think you mentioned there were some people that didn't want y'all together, or might have said that y'all weren't gonna make it. How did you deal with that?
Honey, I ignored it because this ain't nobody gonna tell me what's for me. Don't nobody know what's for me, so it ain't nobody opinion or nothing that mattered to me that said, oh, because I had some people that hop in my DMs like, that ain't your type. I'm like, how you know? How you know?
They bold.
Girl, I had a few people that hopped in my DMs like, that ain't your type, but I was like, Betty is.
And showed them. Didn't
And did.
You're right.
I ain't had that problem.
Maybe nobody was vocal and said it, but you know how people act.
Indirectly.
Very indirectly in these streets.
And then too, you probably hear some things like, "Oh, but such and such said," you know.
Nah, I didn't.
You didn't?
you hear anything?
You hear anything?
I don't know. Honey, that was so long ago. I remember lost something. That was so long ago. I don't even remember. You know, I try to put out stuff that just don't do me no good in this mind, honey. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think nobody directly said, "Oh, y'all shouldn't be together." You know what I'm saying? But, you know, people talk.
Yeah.
People talk. People always gonna talk, but they can keep talking till they blue in the face, honey. Don't make us no never mind.
Okay. I feel you. Any issues with exes?
Not on my behalf, because, honey, I put boundaries in place from day one. You know what I'm saying? So I was done with closed chapter. I had closed all the chapters. When I said when we first met, I was 9 months, like, done with everything, everybody, everything. Like, I was closed temple. Like, I shut down shop. So I didn't have any lingering nothing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have nobody I was dibbling and dabbling and texting and stuff, you know, when we first met. So I didn't have that problem.
Bro, what about you?
Since she throwing shade over here. She talking about me trying to please two women, my baby mama and her at the same time, and I finally had to put my foot down, and so we good now.
All is well.
Hey, look,
All is well.
we been there.
It's hard.
We had to.
Yeah,
It's hard.
it is hard, especially. I don't know about y'all's situation, but especially when you have a baby mama who tell you, like was telling him, this is how it's gonna go, blah blah blah. Then you get somebody like me, like who the hell you talking? You know, let me set some stuff in place or whatever. But yeah. We been there.
Yeah.
It is hard though.
We won't go into details, but we've had situations like that. And I don't argue. He ain't about to argue. We don't do no arguing.
So what y'all do?
Right. It sound like you do a little more.
I
I
give
thought
a
you were
moment.
saying like we don't argue because we.
No, we just no, we just don't argue. Like I just don't have like I've done that in the past, and I'm not about to yell at you and cuss and fuck. I'm not doing that. So we need a moment and come back and we'll talk about it, or a few days, because I need some days. I got a slick mouth, so I need a few days. But he knows that now to give me my space. But I'm just not about to argue with you. So you ain't about to be out here in these streets arguing with nobody else.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we don't argue. We ain't fussing and cussing at each other. You're not about to do that with another woman. I'm not doing that with no another man. Like, that's not going to happen.
Right.
And so sometimes, you know, people don't take that as to, like, for him, because I'm a strong woman. Now I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And I don't care who feelings it hurt or how it makes somebody feel. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I'm going to stand behind my man. You know what I'm saying? So we just had to get past that. And then boundaries, for me, just was not set in place in the very beginning. And that's what messed up a lot of stuff for us. But now that boundaries are in place, everything, you know, is copacetic.
Right. Because when those people are not used to boundaries, they're like, oh, he acting funny because he with her, blah, blah, blah. Like, girl.
Yeah.
Honey. What on that one?
All right. So also dealing with stress or maybe like work stress, family stress. How do you deal with it? Who do you vent to?
We vent to each other, honestly. I might call my mama every now and again, but it's very, 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 very rare that I vent. But just because past experiences, I always, you know, tell everybody our business, and then they looking at the person's side eye. So I stopped doing that a long time ago before I met him. So we either vent to each other or I go straight to God now. Cause listen, answer the question.
You don't answer the question. You the only person I talk to. The only person I talk to.
So you don't talk to nobody else, no cousin?
Nah.
No?
You don't have no outside people that you talk to? Nothing.
Those are the people that fell off.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
We do go to our pastor a lot. You know, we do have that. Now, I have here recently more friends that I can, like, get marital advice from or just another opinion if I'm tripping. You know, sometimes I take things out of proportion. But him, honey, I be like, go talk to somebody. And he don't. He don't, honey. I tell him to, but like he'll reach out, he'll go talk to our pastor. But as far as friends and going to, he wants to figure it out on his own. You know, these men folks, honey, how they is. Just, honey, I'm gonna go talk to somebody. Ain't about to run me crazy.
All right, so I know y'all like to post a lot. Well, I'm not gonna say a whole lot, but y'all post a lot of selfies and family outings and stuff. But
Matching outfits.
yep. So, how much of your relationship should you post on social media? Not just saying y'all, but what do you think? Like, let's say you have a couple who maybe just got together, they still dating or whatever. How much do you think they should post on social media?
Healthy post.
Yeah.
I don't know. She posts a lot, so.
He just throw me in the bus. Now, I was a social media whore when I first met him. Like, I was posting everything all day, every day, tried to be, I guess, an influencer. I don't know what I was trying to be back in the day. But now, I feel like you post what you want people to know. You don't have to post. I mean, I don't post. I post like the happy times, the good times. We do have bad times, but who posts bad times? You know, nobody posting bad times. So, and then you know we post funny stuff, you know, happy stuff to make somebody laugh or something, some inspiring words or something. But
No, you do.
Yeah, he don't hardly post anything.
If it ain't you or the baby or the kids, I ain't gonna.
He just started doing that. Don't let him fool y'all. Don't let him fool y'all. He just recently not recently, but he got off social media because he used to be like that. He used to be a attention seeker too, doing stuff he ain't supposed to do on social media. So, yeah, he know.
It's in the past.
Hold on,
It's in the past. Yeah, it's in the past. But no, I feel like people should post whatever they want to post. It's social media. Post what you want to post. Mm-hmm. Post what you feel.
Yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, what people going to do? They're going to talk whether
about
you
you.
post or not. So, when you think about it like that, that's right.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, I haven't seen them on a while on Facebook. What's
They
going
must
on?"
be going through.
okay.
They ain't posting.
Well, good thing we don't got Facebook. We do not have Facebook. We got Instagram and
That's it.
I got TikTok, but I don't. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. Speaking of, what the hell happened to you on Snapchat?
So we had some issues with social media, period. So when we had those issues, I got off social media. We was going through a rough time. I got off social media. I fasted from social media for a long time. And when we decided to get back on social media, once we fixed everything, I only got back on Instagram. And then I recently made a TikTok. So I only have Instagram. I don't do Snapchat. I told you I was a social media hunt. I was all day.
I know I follow you on Instagram
All
and
day,
Snap. I
every
just
day.
realized you don't be on Snap no more.
No, I ain't been on Snap in years, honey. We both got rid of all of that.
Okay.
So since the cleanse, everything has been okay. Like from
Yeah, this was pre-marriage.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
I just chose not to get back on it. First off, the screen time. Now the app will tell you how long you've been on social media and stuff, honey. I just was like, I was doing too much. I need to get in my word. And I need to do my devotions. And I need to do more of my time than sit on social media. So
that's good.
All right. So tell us about co-parenting without giving too much details. But how do you make time for the relationship and kids?
Charles, is you going to answer any of these questions?
I'm riding up you. Go ahead.
Oh, my gosh.
Because I'm old school when it comes to parenting. She don't like my parenting skills.
Okay, well, let's touch on that. What's old school? Look, how you run the house, how you train up these kids. You tell us.
It's you either do what I say.
Or
Well, I don't whoop them. I ain't that old school. I might yell at them, but I ain't gonna whoop them. Not unless they deserve it. I
You
ain't
be
gonna.
pump faking a lot.
Yeah.
Pump faking a lot.
All you gotta do is yell them in one good time, and you get them right.
So co-parent, like we do have similar parenting styles, but I'm more now like I want my kids to experience things that maybe we didn't like growing up. You know, I do the traditions every Christmas. We get together, we do gingerbread house, we make cookies, we leave Santa cookies, we leave food for the reindeer. He's a Grinch, honey. He don't care to do none of that. We watch Christmas movie together. Get in here, you're gonna watch this Christmas movie. You're gonna help put up this Christmas tree and put up these lights. This is what you're gonna do. And like we take trips and beach trips. None of the kids ain't going nowhere. They don't need to do nothing. Like, stop being so angry. Like we have the means to do for these children the way we want to. Let's do it. Stop being so mean and angry all the time. Hey, your daddy, he just supposed to work all the time. That's all you're supposed to do. Work. No. Enjoy life. You have to enjoy life. Like so. I mean, co-parenting on my part, I have no issues because my children's father are not in the picture at all. So. And, you know, my oldest son, he's 19, so we don't talk about that. But my twins, their dad lives in Winston-Salem, and we don't talk at all. So, but we do co-parent with his children's mom. So.
Okay.
And it goes pretty well, you know, most of the time.
Okay. Charles.
As I can see, I'm not a big talker, so I let her do all the talking.
That's fine.
Always.
Quick question though, man. Like, what do you do? You know what I'm saying, on your downtime? Like, what do you like to do? You know, to relieve stress or whatever the case may be.
I don't do anything. Just watch sports. That's my downtime.
Okay.
I'm a sports fanatic.
Eat, sleep, drink, sports. Listen, he watching it on the TV, playing the game. I got it on his phone. I'm like, what are we doing here?
You doing any sports betting?
No, they trying to get me to do it. I'm like, I ain't messing with it. Before we started, I was on the phone with a dude from my job. He like, man, give me some picks, cause I be telling them picks. They don't be listening, and I be hitting. So now they want to listen.
Give me the picks.
Look, just as soon as he play, he ain't gonna win.
That's how it is.
Now you know you into sports too, cause you always post house divided.
Honey, you know I do, honey. I ain't putting no money into honey.
She's just a Cowboys fan. They don't count.
Whatever. Don't be a hater.
Hey, I'm a Cowboys fan too, man.
Exactly, Cowboy Nation.
Please. All right, so let's get into this honeymoon baby.
My sweet baby.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, she always said she want to have a baby together that sort of connect our family as one. I was all right when I having a baby.
Well, how many kids do y'all have total?
Right.
6.
6. Okay.
She has a 19 twins that are 9. I have a 15 and a 9-year-old. And
Got the baby together.
Okay.
So we had talked about it, and I was like, I want no more kids. It's time to travel, live life. And then I was like, oh, well, we can get married. We might need to have a baby. And I was like, well, we need to have a baby. We need to do it between this time and that time. And so, because if not, honey, I ain't having no more children after this time. I need the time frame. I need it done. And honey, to be for sure, when I said, let's stop trying, whoa, Jesus.
And she was, when I say she was trying, she
Yeah,
was trying.
Girl, I was like, I'm getting old. I need to check my stuff. I need to make sure I'm good. I'm getting old.
We got to do it now. This time, I'm like, come on. Let it happen natural. And then as soon as you say, I'm done, we're not going to do it. And that's when it happened.
Lord. Now, we got married in September. We was on a honeymoon for 7 days, 8 days, and came back still in the honeymoon phase. And I was like, oh, well, we're going to try to have a baby. I'm going to go ahead and, we're going to do what we're going to do. And I was like, we got to do it this time. We on the schedule. He was like, I can't do this. I'm not doing this. I was like, well, you know what? You just don't want to have a baby, so we ain't going to do it. And then turn around, honey. The Lord said, psych a boo-boo.
2 months later.
2 months later. All right, so
No,
tell us about when y'all found out.
We found out, so I actually was supposed to have a heart procedure in December, and I was supposed to start taking an anticoagulant in November. And my period was a day late. I was like, shoot, let me just check before I start taking this medicine. And, to make sure everything, girl, to be for sure, I took that doggone, that test. I was like, jeez. I said, Lord, you knew. Now you knew. I had this procedure set up. I was stopping. We was going to wait till the following year just to enjoy being married. And, honey, it did not happen that way. So, yeah. We found out in November the 15th, actually. And then we announced it at Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So has it been hard adding a new addition to the family?
None whatsoever.
We got a good baby. He don't cry. He sleep through the night. So he made motherhood like this go round a lot better. And it's smoother because we both are in a 2-parent household. And we got the help. So when I need my moment, he step in. Or if he he don't never need time. But yeah, for whenever I need my moment, he'll step in and be the dad that he need to be. And be that helpmate.
Okay. So since you mentioned 2-parent household, how was that now versus before when you were raising your kids by yourself before?
Well, I had a routine prior to him, so, it came easy to me, I just, did what I had to do what I got to do. And so me and my son, and then we had the twins, and we just had a routine going. I had a lot of help with my family. So, he just came in and just stepped in and was there.
Good.
From day one, took off.
Nice.
Yep.
So how's your relationship with each other's kids?
Good.
No, they love us both.
Yep, they call me mom when they want something. Other than that, I'm Miss Punkin. or Miss B when I want something, it's mom. But yeah, it's Miss Punkin or Miss B. But yeah, they call him Mr. Charles.
No.
Mr. Charles. They call him dad when they want something. And Father's Day and stuff like that, birthdays, they call him dad. My oldest son has a good relationship with him, I think, because, his dad wasn't there. And they can relate sports and all that game and stuff. So
Okay.
That's good.
Now, was it hard kind of meshing all of that together? Kids and...
They clicked from day one.
That's good.
Yeah, I invited him and his kids to. I used to throw game nights back in the day, so I invited them to one of my game nights, and they just clicked from there.
Good.
Wow.
And so they've been brother and sister for a long time.
Oh.
Okay.
Them kids talk to our kids more than we talk to the kids.
Hey, that's how it's supposed to be,
that
though.
is.
Yeah.
That's good.
I be like, Charles, you talk to your kids? Nope. Journey, TJ, KK, y'all talk? Yeah, we talk. Anthony talked to Jay. They talk to each other more than we talk to them, probably.
Yeah, that's good, though.
Yeah, because a lot of people's stories not like that, so that's good.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to touch a little bit on how do you build healthy communication, especially like, let's say y'all having a disagreement.
We always talk it out. You know, we get each other's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I let her vent. She let me vent. You know, just come to a common ground.
It ain't always been like that. But here lately, you know, well, after marriage, now pre-marriage, honey. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I'm done. I don't want to talk no more. I don't want to talk no more. I want to hear your side. You going to hear what I got to say, and that's it. But
Girl, that is me all day. That is me.
now, that was me before,
She
but
don't
now
want
I'm
nothing.
into listening, and like I take it in. I listen to his point of view because I don't never want him to feel like he don't matter or what he feels don't matter. So we now we talk, but before he need to give me time, space, days. Or if I get quiet, honey, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Sound like somebody.
So why now? Like, did you learn something about yourself, or did you just learn him better so you learned how to communicate better?
I learned him better. As y'all can see, he doesn't talk or say much. And I was like, I'm talking to you. Open up your mouth. Speak when spoken to. Like, what's the problem? Like, if you don't open up your mouth and talk. And he just be sitting there looking like, I'm like, you know what? Okay, think about it. Do what you got to do. And then come back and let's talk. So my pastor, before we had the premarital counseling, because we had a hiccup, so we had premarital counseling. And so the pastor was like, you know, gave us some stuff to do, some activities, like some things just to do for ourselves and for each other. And so we learned, you know, each other's communication styles. Mm-hmm. And so before I would get quiet, shut down, because I'm like, I ain't got to tell you my business. And now I'm just, I don't shut up, as y'all can see.
You know, growing up, I was raised by a single father. We was always told to keep our emotions inside. Like, you got to be a man. Nobody want to see you weak or nothing like that. So, it just stuck with me. Well, now I'm getting better.
A lot better.
Well, that's good. That's good. Because we need to listen to y'all, even though we don't be wanting to. But it's important that we listen and
Yeah, just a little bit.
take in how y'all feel. Try to understand.
Listen to you.
So,
Yeah, glad it's on record.
be quiet. All right. So whenever y'all have a disagreement and of course, you know somebody is wrong. Do you admit when you're wrong?
Before, no, because I was never wrong.
Right.
Never wrong.
I understand.
But
I don't know if we believe that.
I mean, before, no, seriously, it was like I was never wrong. And then listen, if we had that commercial where you throw that red challenge flag, honey, if we could do that in real life, listen, I would never be wrong. But I do now admit when I'm wrong, and then I will, you know, say. He would be on the defense and be like, I'm like, yeah, you know you're wrong because you're being defensive right now, but I'm going to let you have it. I'm going to let you have it.
Gotta let him.
That's true. Yeah, you do. Yes.
All right. Is it hard for you to admit when you're wrong?
No. It's not.
Not now, it's not. It's not. He'll own up to the mistakes quick, fast.
Before, probably, but before marriage, I would say yes. But since we've been married, nah.
Yeah, he'll take accountability. And most of the times he wrong. All the time.
Probably 90%.
Look,
least he know. At least he know. Look, at least he know.
I believe you. All right, so you kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier. How do you feel about counseling? Now, I know y'all went through premarital counseling, but first tell us, how was it for y'all? And then tell us what you feel about it or what you think about it. Do you think it's good, bad?
I'm all for it, honey. Listen, I'm all for it. You always need you need a third party. When you can't come to an agreement on some things, that third party helps. And we didn't just do premarital counseling. We met with a life coach. She actually does work for marriage couples and stuff like that. So we met with her prior to the premarital counseling.
Gotcha.
So we did meet with her, just get some ways just to help him communicate and just to get over that hump that he had, and like he was holding on to the past and waiting for forgiveness or waiting for to be apologized to or something. They help us get past that. But yeah, it's all for me. Listen, we need it. I got my kids in therapy just to make sure they're with the situation going on with their dad. They need to talk to somebody and they can't talk to mama, then they got to talk to somebody. So I'm all for it. Therapy, counseling, whatever we need to help us get there. That's what it's there for.
Right.
So.
Right.
Oh, you waiting on my answer? I'm all for counseling. It actually helped our relationship grow. And for me to get over some of the stuff I was going through. So I'm down for counseling.
At first.
No.
It
had to grow on me. Just talking to a stranger you don't know is...
Yeah, and too, it kind of gets deep, you know, bringing out some things that you probably didn't know that you had holding on to. So, yeah, I'm sure it gets a little bit uncomfortable, but...
A lot uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But our pastor told us we need to have an uncomfortable conversation, and honey, after that night, we both was like, yeah, take a breather, because we both was heated. So, it had to happen, though. It was necessary.
Okay.
So, I feel like everything happened for a reason, and sometimes things has to happen, and he doesn't like conflict at all. So he tries to avoid conflict with, any situation, whether it's, baby mama, life, relationship, kid, any confrontation.
Tune it out.
He does not want to deal with it. And I'm like, you are trying to stop the inevitable. It has to happen. Like, let it happen. So...
Yeah, that's definitely me. In some ways, outside, not the kids though, but yeah, that's me. It was me, but I had to, when you was talking about boundaries, I definitely had to set those in place. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have them. I ain't have a lot of them.
You ain't have none of them. Her ass will walk up in the house and, I'm like... Wait a minute, we got to set some stuff in place, because, baby, this ain't you no more, this is mine. But yeah, as far as, you don't like confrontation and all of that, so, but yeah, it does help with that.
But baby.
So what's the opposite of that? Y'all like confrontation?
I don't like it, but I like to get down to it.
Like, I don't like it, but it don't test me. It takes a lot for me to get there, and once I start stuttering, honey, it's time to fight. Listen, I'm
not gonna say I like it, but it's like you got to get through it. Like we got to talk about it to move on, because guess what? Next week, if we don't talk about it next week, a month from now, it's gonna come up again.
And I would say for him, he thinks communication is conflict. No, we just talking it out
right
before we get to the conflict.
And that's how I am. I want to prevent. As a woman and a mom, certain things, and you just like, it's gonna happen. Anything can happen, and he's just like, no, it's not never gonna happen. And then when it happened, he's in here looking like deer in headlights, like, what we do now? I tried to tell you, but we worked through it. Thank God, we worked through it.
I just shut down all the way. I'm like, yo, I don't like to talk. Like, I don't like to talk at all. So I shut down completely. But my wife be like, man, you got to open up. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be hard for me too. So
if you don't say anything, you leaving people out there to make up whatever it is they want to make up in their own mind. And that's what I tell him. If you don't say anything, you just thinking this person can be like, oh, I can do what I want to do. I can act how I want to act. Not right. You have to. You have to. You have to.
Because I'm going to bring it up.
I know that's right. Listen.
Yeah.
I ain't going to stop until it's done.
Exactly.
Oh, we know.
You right.
We know.
Glad you knew.
I know how I am though. Like it's either 0 with me or it's 100. I don't know how to have a civil conversation because like she said, I always think it's gonna be conflict, and I don't like conflict. But I like conflict, and I try to. You know what I'm saying? I try to not take it there, so that's why I just be quiet. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's how I am. I don't like conflict. Like I said, I don't like to argue because, honey, once I start stuttering, then. But yeah,
I ain't gonna argue. I like action.
Me too. Listen. I stay packing now. Listen, I'm shooting and asking questions later, honey. Listen, don't play with me. Yes, bang. Listen, don't play with me. Don't play with me. I'm a counselor, honey. Listen, don't play with me. I'm a counselor.
See, I knew. I could tell. I knew what's up. There you go, that
Don't
cancer.
play with me. Listen.
We don't play at all. We ready.
And look, stay ready.
That's right.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. Charles,
Yes, ma'am.
Bernice, aka Punkin. Is there anything you would like to say? Any final words, maybe to people that's out here listening, who's dating, wanting to get married? What would you tell a couple who's thinking about getting married, maybe scared? What would you tell them?
Keep the outside world out your business.
Facts.
For me, you just always have to have an open line of communication and always be honest. Like, always be honest. Like, these little lying lips over here, honey. I pray about these lying lips all the time. Yes.
What's his sign?
Scorpio.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord. Ooh.
Girl, these
Me
lying
too,
lips,
but we don't
honey.
lie over here. We don't lie, Scorpio.
Y'all don't.
No,
Girl.
it's the lying leaders.
Y'all know.
Honey, I can't tell. But no, live, love, laugh, just have fun. Life is too short to do anything but what makes you happy. So,
Right.
Yep. I ain't about to spend these days that's full of trouble and making trouble, honey. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
All right, y'all. So that's pretty much it. We want to thank Charles and Bernice for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
And we appreciate the support y'all listening. I always see you in the YouTube comments, so we really appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you.
I send it to my husband. I'm like, a new episode out. Listen, we're gonna talk about it later.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Now, for everybody out there, for the parents, how do you make time for your relationship when you have kids? Comment below, subscribe, like our videos too, y'all.
Yes.
Okay.
And we see you lurking, so you need to interact with us a little bit. We appreciate it.
Oh, and recently we had people hop in the DMs with questions and stuff. So keep doing that.
Yes, we like that.
Yeah. All right. So just remember, the wedding
Wedding
is
is
only
only
the
the
beginning.
beginning.